Varna? A large city, what can you say? It has everything. It's cosmopolitan, it has a harbour, it has great beaches, it has great nightlife. It has everything that you want from a resort. Varna is not just another city. Varna is a city.
The municipality of Varna is situated in northeastern Bulgaria, overlooking the Gulf of Varna. The city is renowned as the marine capital of Bulgaria, the second most populated in the country, with 346,000 inhabitants, and the third largest with a populated area of 205 square kilometers. Varna is a very ancient city, dating back 2,600 years. The oldest known gold processed by human hand was found here. Because of its beauty and warm climate, the coast of Varna has become a popular ski resort ever since the late 19th century. Varna has the most concentrated industry and trade traffic in Bulgaria. It is also one of the main education centers with 5 universities, 6 science and research centers and 100 schools. Varna is also famous for its cultural traditions with numerous festivals, musicals, theatrical and literature activities throughout the whole year. Now let's take a look back at the ancient history of Varna. Human presence in this region dates back 100,000 years. At the end of the Neolithic age, tribes of farmers and herdsmen arrived near Varna from the north. They probably left the oldest gold in the world, made by human hand. The treasure was found near Varna Lake and dates back 60 centuries BC. Gold artifacts so exquisitely made show the high quality that was developed long before the well-known civilizations along the rivers Tigris, Euphrates and Nile. The most ancient cultivated gold is exhibited alongside several thousand precious pieces in the Archaeological Museum in Varna. The museum was founded in 1888 and is the oldest of its kind in Bulgaria. Information in Bulgarian and English give an insight into the exhibits and the history of the municipality of Varna. By the end of the 1,000-year Neolithic period, these lands had been occupied by Thracian tribes. Around 560 BC, the Greek polis Odessa's fishermen and agricultural colony of the Greek settlers of Milet was established. In the early period AD, Odessus became part of the Roman Empire. Local coinage was forged and Roman baths were built, partially preserved up to the present day. The Roman baths, covering an area of 7,000 square meters, are the 4th largest in Europe. They were built around the end of the 2nd century AD and were used for 100 years or more. The baths were an important part of the social scene, a place where meetings were held, business deals concluded, and general city news and gossip discussed. It was an ornate one-story building, 18 meters in height, with vaulted separate halls. Like most Roman-style baths, the changing rooms had hot and cold water, each with a pool. The premises, including the halls, were heated by a sophisticated underfloor system. At the end of the 7th century AD, Khan Asparuch conquered the city of Odessus, where he signed a treaty which declared the foundation of the first Bulgarian kingdom. The name Varna was mentioned for the first time in 680 AD. We will learn more about these early Bulgarians in Fanagori. This is Fanagoria. It's a replica of a 5th, 6th century original fort, but this is a replica. Kids come here and they can stay for 10 days and they want to come here and take part in old Bulgarian style fighting, living, all the things that they have heard about in history, read in books. I'm here with Filka, who's a historian, and she's going to tell me a little bit more about this area.
Идвайки тук, хората се забавляват, разглеждат юртите. Тези юрти са живеели прабългарите в периода между 6 и 8 век. могат да се разходят с конче, могат да прострелят с лък, могат да направят гранчарски съд и дори да изкуват нещо. Така пресъздаваме живота на прабългарите и съхраняваме нашата история, нашата култура. Някога това селище, което пресъздаваме, е било боен стан на прабългарите, временно жилище, съвкупност от юрти, като винаги има една централна административна. В нашия случай е ханската, тъй като тук е имало аул на хан Аспарух. Насреща сме показали възстановка на трона на хан Кубрат. Обърнете внимание, краката са като главите на коне, а ханът е облечен в официалните дрехи на хана. Това са символите на царската власт, които виждате. Поставили сме и писалище, за да покажем и подчертаем, че прабългарите са имали писменост. Те са пишели с руни.
Don't stay with the arrow here. Just pull and shoot.
Huh? I'm just a rock and roll singer, man. I'm not Robin Hood. Sorry, I don't know your name.
Javor.
Yarvor.
Javor.
Yabor.
Javor.
Said to me, you have to pull it right back. But look at Yabor's arms. Look at them.
53.
Now look at that. 53. 19, I think.
No problem about the pulling because these bows are for children. So
Well, that's
you
good.
are
That's
strong. You are
No,
strong
I'm a
enough to
child.
pull this.
I'm a child.
You're a child.
I'm
No
a child.
problem. No problem.
Занимавам се вече 5-та година с това и освен, че ми носи удоволствие от стрелбата с лък, от допира с конете, намирам удовлетворение от това и се чувствам все повече българка и това, че малките деца до по-големи вече заедно с родителите си поддържат това патриотично дело и това ме прави щастлива наистина.
In 864, during the reign of Tsar Boris, Bulgarians were converted to Christianity. Varna became the great spiritual center of the kingdom. The most important centers of the culture are the monasteries, with the most interesting in this region, the Aladja monastery.
I'm here in the Aladja monastery, built into the cliffs. Valeri is the curator of this museum. Valeri, please tell me something about this. This is fantastic.
В България има останки, открити са останки на над 1000 скални манастири от средновековния период. Причината да бъдат вградени в скалите е един прадревен символ в християнството, култа към скалата и скалната ниша. Известно, че Христос се ражда в пещера и възкръсва в пещера, т.е. пещерата е онова магическо място, в което се запазват от осквернение най-ценните неща в човешката цивилизация. Манастирският параклис на Аладжа манастир е най-ценното за нас място, защото тук са съхранени единствените оригинални стенописи от средновековния период. В един син небесен кръг седи Исус Христос, кръгът се носи от трима ангела, като най-интересен е този ангел тук. Той има усмивката на Мона Лиза. Това е ангел, който е рисуван 100 години преди Леонардо да създаде своя шедевър. Това е ранният ренесанс на Балканите, който е бил прекъснат от турското нашествие. Намираме се в главната манастирска църква, казвам главната, защото това е църквата, в която са извършвани по-важните свещенодействия, литургиите. Това място, на което стоя, е била манастирската трапезария, едно от култовите места на всеки един манастир, защото трапезариите в манастирите носят в себе си символиката на тайната вечеря на Христос.
In the evening, a unique show of sound, light and vision is held in the Aladja. It portrays the legends surrounding this place and the main events in the history of Varna. In the darkness that engulfs the sacred medieval cloister, you can feel excitement and even a little fear. One legend tells the story of the mysterious monk who keeps a nightly vigil at the monastery. During the 13th and 14th century, Varna was an important trade centre and port. Ships from Venice, Constantinople, Genoa and Florence would sail here. In 1389, the city was captured by the Ottoman invaders and left in devastation. In 1444, the great Christian coalition troops fought a battle against the Turks. Today, at the location of that last great battle, there is a museum. This is the Vladislav Vanenchek Museum, another place that you should come because this is really history.
Тук точно на това място е станало последното сражение на християнската европейска армия, предвождана от полско-унгарския крал Владислав III Ягело, срещу турските войници на султан Мурад II на 10 ноември 1444 година. Тук загива 20-годишния полско-унгарски крал Владислав III Ягело и той се обезсмъртява с името на града, наречена след своята гибел Варненчик. Нашия музей е култово място за много поляци, унгарци, българи, чехи, словаци, харвати, босници, румънци. Всички техни предци са участвали във Варненската битка за освобождение от османското робство. Всъщност, след тази битка България окончателно пада под османска власт. Джон, тук се намира символичния мавзолей на крал Владислав, построен през 1935 година. И когато се строи този мавзолей, случайно откриват тракийска гробница, построена преди 2400 години или в 4 век до Христа.
History, man. This is history. Whoa. The history of Varna continues. From the 16th to 19th century, the city of Varna became the largest and most important Black Sea coastal port of the Ottoman Empire. It was liberated by the Turks in 1878 and began a fast economic development. In 1890, the modern sea baths were opened, which soon attracted tourists from Central and Eastern Europe. At the same time, the Sea Garden was developed. It was designed by the famous European designer Novak, who had worked in the gardens of the glorious palaces of Schönbrunn and Belvedere in Vienna. In 1906, the new modern port of Varna was opened, the biggest of its kind in the western part of the Black Sea. It soon attracted banks and factories. At the beginning of the 20th century, Varna became home to the first Bulgarian navy. Battleships built here for the first time were ordered by France. One of these vessels was the famous cutter Draski. During the Balkan War, this ship struck the greatest sea victory for Bulgaria. On the 8th of November 1913, the cutter Draski launched a torpedo attack against the most important and advanced ship of the Turkish Navy, the battlecruiser Hamidi. The cruiser was badly damaged by the torpedoes and forced to abandon the scene of the battle. The famous cutter can now be seen in the central part of Varna, as a reminder of the heroism and great achievement of sailors from the Bulgarian Navy. From the end of the 19th and beginning of the 20th century, Varna flourished both economically and culturally. The elegant old buildings from that period still remain in the city centre. The drama theatre built by a Bulgarian architect in so-called Vienna style, the clock tower and the glorious cathedral, the Assumption of the Holy Mother of God. Our voyage through history and time comes to an end, and we arrive back at the present day. Our journey around the municipality of Varna continues. Stay with us and you will learn why the Brazilians prefer the beaches of Varna instead of the famous Copacabana. You will also see a volleyball match between a team of dolphins in a dolphinarium, Varna's nightlife and the mayor of the municipality. This time I will not only interview him, but we will also perform on stage together in front of a Varna audience, so stay with us.
As you can see, I'm on the beach. Now this is one of many beaches around here in Varna, many beaches.